before I go, you said you're serving with Commander Shepard now? We saw him on the news here. He's cute. Later,
Oh
Sid.
my god.
Tell me you didn't hear that.
Afraid I did.
Oh, shoot me now. One of my sisters. That's Sarah, the youngest. Surprised to see you here, sir. Thought you'd be chatting up, what's her name? Tassoni?
Liara, why would you think that?
Scuttlebutt says you got a bit of a thing for her. I could understand why. The crew's off limits with the regs against fraternization. And at least she looks like a woman.
You think I'm interested in Liara because she's the only one I'm allowed to date?
So you are interested in her. Of course, it could be politics. Alien diplomat's daughter, us under orders to make nice with the bug-eyed monsters. What's
That's
up?
racist.
You didn't come by to eavesdrop.
Maybe
with
Shepard
Family
just
Mail.
has a thing for
Your family
coolers.
seems to be important to you.
Yeah.
What's
we've
that
always
got to
been
do with
close.
anything?
Me and my sisters especially. With Dad on duty so much, I had to help Mom raise them.
After helping raise them, your sisters still talk to you? Amazing.
Things were tense between Sarah and me for a while. Then we bonded.
He could have grinned.
Sounds
or
like a
something.
story.
Sarah got herself a boyfriend who wanted to go faster than she did, Mike.
To kill him?
I didn't think he was a bad kid, just pushy. Lynn would send me these worried vid mails, and I'd tell her to relax.
If he really liked her, he wouldn't be pushy.
Oh my god.
Yeah, of course, if he didn't ask at all, I'd wonder if he thought Sarah was ugly. Damned if you do, damned if you don't. Mike thought they'd go for a romantic walk in the woods, because he figured it was past time they did the deed. She levered Mike face first into a tree and left. Didn't have a scratch on her.
It's fucked up.
Good thing Mom and Dad had us all learn some kind of self-defense. I took emergency leave and walked Sarah to school for a few days.
You traveled all the way home to walk your sister to school.
It was only a dozen light years, like a day's cruise. It's not like I was going to Earth or something. My last day out, Mike was waiting for us. Sarah had told her friends, so everyone at school knew what he did. He wasn't happy. I wanted to snap him in half, but Sarah gave me this look, this let me handle it, I need to do this alone look. She kept her cool, God bless her, as he screamed in her face. She just let him vent. Then he tried to punch her. I swear, she just flowed around him. Next thing I knew, he's face down on the sidewalk, and there's blood everywhere.
That's unbelievable. Sarah must be as good as you.
Better. I'm more or less a straight-up puncher. When he swung, she wasn't there anymore, and he fell. She helped him stop the bleeding and had me call an ambulance. She told the paramedics he fell. Before they took him to the hospital, Mike touched Sarah's arm. I thought he was gonna end up on the ground again. But he hung his head, whispered, "I'm sorry," and started crying.
Touching.
She hugged him. The Williams women are a decisive bunch, Commander. We do things when we're ready. Not before, not after.
Your sister's something else. But you didn't mention your father at all. Was he on deployment?
Dad always wanted to serve in space, but he wanted us to have real ground under our feet. He'd say, space is beautiful, but you can't raise a family there. I cannot rest from travel. I will drink life to the lees. All times I have enjoyed greatly, have suffered greatly, both with those that loved me and alone.
She quoting
For
something
always
there?
roaming with a hungry heart.
Seems like a
Much
lot
have
of
I seen and
Tennyson to be
known.
quoting in the middle of
Cities
a
wind
conversation.
And manners, climates,
Yeah.
councils, governments.
I didn't know you liked classical literature.
Ulysses was my dad's favorite poem. Every time he shipped out, he recorded me reading it. He had a dozen versions when he retired.
Does he still like it?
I sure hope so. I read it to his grave every time I go home. Dad passed on a few years back. He's probably still watching, though. So behave.
You mean from wherever we go after death?
Dead on, Skipper. He's with God now.
Oh, so you're
That's
religious
not a
as well as
problem with
boring.
you, is it? That I believe in God?
Everyone has the right to believe what they want. Says so in the Alliance Charter. Only with fancier words.
I'm glad you're open-minded about it.
Not really.
I've met a few
I'm
people
just
who were
not a
really
dick.
weirded out by my faith.
Yeah.
Because I work in space, I can't believe in a higher
Also,
power.
well, no, it's
Jeez.
more like you're kind of an intolerant bitch. So.
Hello, have you people
She's
looked
a
out
little-
the window? How can you look at this galaxy and not believe in something?
It's pretty easy.
I should get
Yeah.
back to my duties. Didn't mean to take up so much of your time.
We'll talk later, Williams.
Looking
Must
forward to
we?
it, Skipper.
I saw your Ferris report. If we had known anything about the Thorian, Exogeny would never have been given the permits to start a colony there. Thank God the colony survived. We can't afford to have too many failures out in the Traverse. It's one of our major expansion regions.
You don't give a damn about the colonists. It's all just politics to you, isn't it?
We can't all be the hero who charges in to save the day, Commander. But we each serve humanity in our own way. You can't escape interstellar politics. It's part of the big picture, and sometimes it isn't pretty.
I myself wear the ugliest jacket in the world.
He really
Just
does.
ignore him, Shepard. The ambassador's a little bitter sometimes. Comes with the job.
What can you tell me about Novaria?
Novaria's trouble. Always has been. The whole planet's basically a center for corporations to conduct illegal research. Watch your back there, Shepard. Spectres are about the only form of Citadel authority Novaria respects. But they aren't popular.
I should go.
I'll be here if you need anything.
Okay.
Approach control, this is the SSV Normandy, requesting a vector and a berth.
Normandy, your arrival was not scheduled. Our defense grid is armed and tracking you. State your business.
Citadel business. We got a Council Spectre aboard.
Landing access granted, Normandy.
I thought
Be
specters
advised, we will
aren't
be
they supposed to be
confirming
kind of
identification
secretive?
on arrival. If confirmation cannot be established, your vessel will be impounded.
What a fun bunch. I think I'll take my next leave here.
Well, I don't think they're like spies. I think they just don't tell you what they're doing.
Oh, well, fine then.
I think they're waist-high walls here.
Hmm.
Why would they be just boxes hanging out in the hallways?
Yeah, you'd think.
They just had to dress up the environment somehow.
Yeah.
That's far enough.
Something wrong, officer?
You better hope there isn't.
This is an unscheduled arrival. I need your credentials.
I'm a Spectre. My name is Shepard.
Load of horse crap, ma'am.
We will need to confirm that. Also, I must advise you that firearms are not permitted on Novaria.
You have firearms.
Sergeant Sterling, secure their weapons.
Don't try it.
Stand down. Their house, their rules.
Don't come crying to me when they slice your gut open.
Captain Matsuo, stand down. We confirmed their identity. Spectres are authorized to carry weapons here, Captain.
You may proceed, Spectre. I hope the rest of your visit will be less confrontational. Parasini-san will meet you upstairs.
Behave yourself.
Whatever, bitch.
Yeah.
Actually, it's not cool to call women
Get out
bitches.
of here.
It's a bad habit.
I'm
Well-
sure Parasini-san will answer any questions you have.
I don't call only women bitches.
Really? You call guys, but when you call a guy a bitch, it means something different.
Mm.
Weapon protectors, don't mind the alarms. I am Gianna Parasini, assistant to Administrator Ananias. We apologize for the incident in the docking bay.
I appreciate your help.
You're welcome. You understand our security chief was only doing her job. One of my duties is orientation of new arrivals. Do you have any questions?
Why is
Has
that
anyone
blonde chick
unusual
such a
passed
bitch?
through here recently?
Unusual? And a sorry matriarch passed through a few days ago. Lady Benezia.
Benezia. She is here?
Can I speak with her?
Benezia left for the Peak 15 research complex days ago. To the best of my knowledge, she's still there.
That's where I need to be then.
You'll need to ask Administrator Ananias for clearance to leave this port.
Where can I find the administrator?
His office is on the main level, left at the top of the elevator.
Pretty heavy security for such a small port.
The Executive Board does everything in its power to protect the privacy of our client corporations.
Is this privacy intended to hide illegal research?
You already know it is.
This planet is beyond the jurisdiction of the Citadel. The law is what the Executive Board says it is. Do you know how valuable this planet is? How many advances in genetics and artificial intelligence got their start here?
Understood. Can we go in now?
Of course. If you need any help, you can ask me at the Administrator's office.
She is here. I can't believe it. I imagine you want to talk to me, Shepard. About my mother.
No, I don't. I trust you, Liara. You may not be military, but you're part of my crew.
Thank you, Shepard. That means a great deal to me.
Well, she's afraid that he'll think that.
That they're in collusion or
yeah,
something?
that she'll, or even if they're not, that she will, defer to her own
Welcome
mother.
to Port Hanshan, the galaxy's most respected site for independent scientific research and development. For your own safety and to protect the privacy of others, you are required to obey any directions given by our security personnel.
We'll see.
If you have questions or concerns, our friendly administrative staff is always available.
They don't
Thank
seem
you,
that
and
friendly.
enjoy your stay.
Yeah.
Even red dress lady was kind of defensive.
It's a libertarian utopia.
This one offers greetings. You are the Spectre that visits Port Hanshan.
And you're the creepy
News travels
floaty
fast
thing.
here. Indeed, esteemed Spectre. Your arrival was not greeted with any joy by the companies here. This one has a burden that you could ease. If an arrangement could be made, it would compensate you.
Sounds kind of shady.
This one has procured a special item for a customer. The item is not permitted within the station, but you could bring it through customs. You want me to use my status to smuggle for you? That is not inaccurate.
Okay.
I like this guy.
I'm supposed to uphold the law, not break it. This one understands. The offer shall remain open. It truly needs the help. I have no problem with that. This one humbly thanks the Spectre. The package will be delivered to your vessel. All you need do is bring it to this one. Could I buy something now? Of course. This one apologizes for inconveniencing you.
Yeah. Anyway, why can't we just take the ship and fly to the the place where she is? Why would that not be allowed?
Apparently.
Are they going to stop us somehow? They sent 2 women to stop, and we've killed 1,000 people.
How can I help you?
I'd like to speak to Annaleus.
One moment, please. Mr. Annaleus.
Yes, what?
Commander Shepard is asking to see you, sir.
Right, fine, come in.
How'd she get there that quickly? Is there like a Disneyland back or tunnel or something?
Could be.
You will excuse me if I don't stand up. I have no time to entertain refugees from that urban blight called Earth.
Funny thing about humans, we're pretty loyal to our homeworld.
My homeworld is clean. Poverty is non-existent. If you take some perverse pride in that overheated, acid-washed slum, that is your business.
It's got a point.
I see you looked up my service record.
Only a fool enters negotiation without knowledge of the other party's tendencies. This greeting is a courtesy. I will only cooperate as required by the Executive Board. Businesses come here to avoid the second-guessing of galactic law.
I'm conducting an investigation. It's a matter of galactic security.
Yes, isn't everything? I will not allow you to harass our clients. This world is private property.
I've heard an Asari matriarch is here. Benezia?
She arrived a few days ago, accompanied by a personal escort and some cargo. She's up at Peak 15.
I'd like to see her, immediately.
I'm afraid that you cannot. Peak 15 is a private facility in the Skadi Mountains. Regardless, there is a blizzard in the area. Shuttles are grounded and surface access has been cut off.
Somebody doing shadow puppets on that wall?
Seems like.
The phrase is self-explanatory. Bodyguards attending to the safety of her person, mainly Asari commandos.
You let Asari who can kill you with their brains run around, but give us flack about guns?
They followed all our regulations. I had no reason to forbid Lady Benezia from taking them.
What can you tell me about her cargo?
Large, heavy, and sealed. It passed weapons screening. Beyond that, it is not our concern.
What brought her out here?
If I knew, I wouldn't be at liberty to say. She came here as Agent Saren's executor.
Excuse me, his what?
Executor.
So he's dead.
Saren is a major shareholder in Binary Helix. Lady Benezia is authorized to act in his name. She is here on business for Binary Helix. There were issues at Peak 15 that required Saren's attention.
Do you do business with Saren?
I believe I explained this already, did I not?
Yeah, but I'm dumb.
He is a major investor in Binary Helix Corporation, which is one of Novaria's backers.
Is Binary Helix developing weapons for him?
Well,
It's possible,
what are
given
the
his
odds?
interests. What our clients do in their labs is their business.
I have no more questions at this time.
Good. I received a dozen urgent messages while you did.
Whatever. Can you imagine, like...
I have no more questions at this time.
I have no more questions at this time.
Excuse me?
I will walk away now.
You've never worked in the corporate world, have you, Commander? You can't bludgeon through bureaucracy.
All right.
I bet you can
What would you
sometimes.
Talk to Lorik Keen. You should be able to find him at the hotel bar. Can't say more. Not within earshot of Mr. Ananias.
do? Talk to you later.
Very well.
That was helpful.
Yeah, for no apparent reason.
It's a very staid building. Aside from the fountains and a couple amenities, there's not really much here. It's just big concrete walls everywhere. What are those walls for? Like, what's that wall for?
Decorative purposes? Despite the fact that it's really kind of depressing and grimy looking?
There's no railings on any of the stairways either. No safety guidelines. Doesn't seem very wheelchair accessible.
Well, and you can do whatever the hell kind of experiments you want, so, you know.
So it really is a libertarian utopia.
It's hardly surprising.
Yeah. No Americans with Disabilities Act.
Although there's a big old bench there all along the wall for lazy freeloaders sitting on.
Well, you can't sleep on those benches if they. I'm sure they shoot you. If you don't have a job, what the fuck is wrong with you? What, you live in a place with a bad economy? Well, fuck you.
If you were any good, you wouldn't be in that situation. So you must have some moral failing that has caused that to be the case. That you were born somewhere unfortunate is obviously your fault.
The male human at the hotel bar? He's a sales rep for Binary Helix. His name is Rafael Vargas.
And who are you?
Doesn't this music bother the fuck out of him?
It really should.
Everyone here knows who you are, Dullstone. That makes you
What?
ideal for my job. You are a known quantity.
What did she
Or
call
so
us?
Vargas will think.
Dullstone?
He will assume you are here to
Dullstone?
investigate his company's dirty laundry. That will distract him from my real intentions.
I don't know anything about Binary Helix. What would I talk to Vargas about?
I represent the Aramali City Council on Thessia. Our
I
town is
represent
known
the
for its
Lullaby
biotic
League.
amp crafters.
What is your city's interest in Binary Helix? They do not manufacture amps.
Much of BH's work relates to biotics. There are rumors that the Novaria branch has flown in Asari biotics. Powerful ones. Commandos, to be specific. We want to assess any potential risk to Asari copyrights. You will present yourself as a buyer, on behalf of the Spectres or the Alliance. Discuss their military enhancement programs. Your real objective will be to distract him. I will give you a device that will crack into his personal wireless network. It will upload a variety of monitoring viruses. They will infiltrate Binary Helix when he logs onto their intranet.
What's in it for me?
Money, of course. I would be well paid for this. So would you. 500 credits.
You think this uniform's just for show? My job is to enforce the law, not break it.
Do you think that Binary Helix obeys all the laws? That they do not spy on other companies?
Yeah, okay, you've got a point. Plus, my Shepard, I believe, is a Marxist,
No.
so...
I don't suppose they're clean either.
Excellent. Here is the cracking device. You will know it is done when it beeps.
Do you
I've
realize you
assembled
could
a
have just
dossier
put
on
this
Vargas.
under his
If you
table,
would
like,
I
stuck to a
could
piece
brief
of
you on
gum?
his behavior patterns.
Crazy talk.
Okay.
Tell me what you know about Vargas.
He is impatient with those who waste his time. I tried to get him distracted and off topic. He concluded I was not interested in his company's services. I noticed he has a tell. When a topic makes him nervous or uncomfortable, he has a tendency to rub the back of his neck. If you see that, press him on the subject. It may distract him enough to keep him talking.
I'll go
Wow.
see him now.
Okay.
I hope to hear from you soon.
Happens to be one of the few gestures that the other characters in this game frequently do.
What sort of
Good. I don't think I'm supposed to mention numbers.
Can I help you?
So,
Mr. Vargas, Commander Shepard, Systems Alliance Military.
You hate this music.
I understand
as
you
much as
work
I
for
do.
Binary Helix.
That's correct. Rafael Vargas, sales. Were you interested in our services?
You can tattle on this, sorry.
It's customary to perform minor genetic upgrades upon enlistment. I've been assigned to see what BH has to offer.
It was my understanding that the Alliance contracted to Mars Gene for its enhancement programs.
That doesn't mean
I'm
we
sure
can
you
never,
know that we
ever,
pass a new
ever
budget every
investigate.
fiscal year. If it delivers a better soldier, contracts can change.
Yeah, what kind of salesperson is that?
Yeah, no, well, you don't even deal with me.
You already buy from somebody else, so fuck off. I don't care.
First, the boilerplate disclaimer. No genetic enhancement is guaranteed to take. We can maximize the odds, but every strand of DNA is unique. Our patented techniques can provide an 8% improvement in adrenal response, 12% faster clotting, and a measurable decrease in CG muscle degeneracy.
Faster clotting isn't always a good
I've
thing.
never heard of a technique that improves zero-gravity endurance.
It's a first for the industry. The advent of element zero-based artificial gravity made it a less pressing concern. We're still waiting for tests to give us an average improvement. We estimate a 7 to 11% decrease in muscle loss rates. I can get you those improvements for 30K credits per head. For a bulk order, I can work in a sensory enhancement package.
Anyway.
Guaranteed 20/15 vision and hearing from 12 to 22,000 hertz.
You don't really need
How would
to
you distribute the upgrades?
know about
Retroviral
his tell
injections
if you
would take
have
some time.
enough
It does take time to
charm.
upgrade a body with adjusted DNA. Skin cells could be replaced in 2 weeks, but the liver takes over a year, and the skeleton a decade. For frontline units, we can speed the process with full system transfusions and injections to stimulate regrowth. It would still take 6 months to see results. I have to admit, it surprised me that you were here for business. There are many development projects on Noveria, some not entirely legal.
Does Binary Helix have any less than above-board projects? I'll keep my source confidential.
Certainly not. Our corporate reputation is sterling. I can assure you all of Binary Helix's operations on Noveria are strictly on the level.
Sounds like my crew needs me for something. I'll be in touch.
Of course, Commander Shepard. We look forward to hearing from the Alliance.
You have a pager?
Apparently.
It's been a long time since I heard one of those.
Any results?
Your toy did its job.
Excellent. I will transfer 500 credits to your account.
Only 500.
500
All right.
credits.
I thought you might have wanted to provide more. Since you couldn't do it yourself, I mean.
Did I say 500 credits? I meant 750. Good day, Spectre.
Neither amount is particularly significant.
Afternoon. Sit down, have a drink. What can I do for you?
Are you Lorik Keene? I've heard you might be able to help me.
You are the Spectre that just arrived, are you not? What can an old Turian like me possibly help you with?
I'm trying to find a way into the garage. I have places to go.
You need a pass. How fortuitous. I'm the manager of the local Synthetic Insights office. For the moment, at least. Mr. Analeus closed my office. He claims to be investigating reports of my corruption. The administrator is an interesting man. He's become quite wealthy since he took direct control of rents.
I sense a connection there.
Indeed. I acquired evidence of Analeus' actions. His hired goons are ransacking my office to find it. I suspect your goal lies outside this port. Mr. Analeus would be disinclined to let you wander. If you recover the evidence from my office, I will give you my garage pass, as well as a sum of credits.
Okay.
How did you get a pass?
I'm a manager. Most executives on Noveria are free to come and go as they will.
You have a plan?
I do. However, there is one other... What is that charming human expression? Fly in the lotion? Violence against Mr. Analeus' thugs may be necessary. He has members of Hanshan's security team searching my offices.
Shoot people in the face. Got it.
Miss
Sounds
Matsuo
good.
is unaware of their outside employment.
It happens to be my entire
I'll focus
job.
on trying
so.
to get your evidence. If I'm
Yeah.
lucky, I won't have to fight anyone.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Excellent.
That'll
Here is
totally
my pass into our offices.
out.
It will activate the elevator. The evidence is on my office computer. This OSD contains an encryption key to access it. Slide it into the drive and it will auto-execute.
Why don't you have it on the cloud?
Keep bloodstains off the carpets, would you?
What do you care about the carpets? Just call maintenance. Oh.
I think he's trying to be funny. Is it flying the lotion? I think I always said flying the ointment.
Which didn't, I mean, it's not a phrase you hear a lot, really.
No. It's a long walk across this stupid quad or whatever it is.
Yeah.
Wish I could get my car in here.
I just kind of wonder why it's a big deal that there's a like. Why would there even be a fly in the ointment? Is it made
Well,
of
I guess you've got the
honey or something?
No, yeah. Why would that be a big deal?
And then you just shoo it away. It's fine.
Spectre, right?
Shoo fly.
Yeah, that's me.
What about if there's a fly in your
military
buttermilk? That's kind
Except
of
for my eco's people, everyone's too corporate here. They just sit around sipping expensive water. So what can I do for you today?
I see you're some kind of dock worker.
How can I get into the garage?
You need a pass. You can get one from Analeas or the managers, if you can polish enough gizzard.
So the Turian homeworld also has a New Jersey?
Sure. If I wanted to lose my job and get sued into the next spiral arm, security tracks card use.
No disrespect.
You seem like you have an ear to the ground. What's happening around here?
There's the problems up on Peak 15. Synthetics Insights was shut down by Analeas, and the matriarch came through.
Can't believe
I have
somebody
to go.
is corruptible
You need anything? I'll be here.
in a libertarian utopia. I was led to believe by Ayn Rand that
Access to the garage is restricted.
everyone would be moral.
She sounds awfully
Fine.
tentative.
I was just passing by.
Have a good day.
You know, I've never tried just killing this person. I guess it could work. Maybe they left you that option.
She sounds weak.
She does, and she's only one person.
Yeah.
As I pointed out, we can kill a lot of people.
Freeze! Hanshan security. This office is sealed.
What are you doing in these offices?
Do you see how many guns I have?
Laura
And this
Keene is
guy's
under
huge.
investigation.
Analeas is paying you to shake this place down. Does Captain Matsuo know you're here?
Hey, I'm not the one who wants Keene. Analeas has a Varen up his ass about this guy. How about this? You pretend you didn't see us, we'll pretend we didn't see you.
What is the deal
What'll
with
you
the
do if I
Jersey
don't?
accents?
I don't know.
You're the Spectre, right? Laura Keene is under investigation.
Analeas is paying you to shake this place down. That makes you a criminal. I can kill criminals.
You're bluffing.
Really?
When the wager
is
is
the odds
one's
of
life,
that?
is calling the bluff really so wise?
He ain't paying me enough to take on Spectres or Alliance troops or whatever.
All of the rest of her guys are still gonna get killed, but
Yeah,
she's okay.
she didn't really care about that that much.
Well, you know.
Maybe they're jerks. Maybe they're mean to her. Maybe they like
You think?
sexually harass her.
Maybe they prefer JWoww to her.
You must die.
You must die. Who talks that way?
Nobody.
In the future, I guess that's how they talk.
Not even in New Jersey.
They don't say you must die all the time. Hey, you must die.
You gotta die now. Sorry. Except not really.
I went to the mall.
Oh my god.
Why do they say mall?
To the mall.
Mall.
I don't know. I used to have a babysitter who was always offering us yogurt.
Yogurt?
And I was like, what?
Yogurt.
Because I was, 4 or whatever.
You
or
didn't know what
5.
yogurt was?
Not immediately.
How did you pronounce it?
I'm pretty sure I've always said yogurt.
Really? Because kids have problems with those consonants.
I don't know. I remember when we were really little, when we were probably 4 or 5 or so. My brother and I were like dicks to other children. Like,
That's wow, really?
Yeah.
Seeing the end product, I can't believe your childhood was anything like that.
Whatever. Like, there is this neighborhood kid who couldn't say TH sounds. They always came out as Fs. Actually, I think there were a bunch of kids like that. So you'd
I don't
ask
think that's
them,
unusual at all.
You'd be like, so how old are you? And they'd be like, I'm free. And you'd be like, I'm free too. We live in a free country, but how old are you? Or something like that.
That's hilarious.
Well, when you're 4 or 5, you're not that great at sarcasm and being funny generally. I mean, not funny on purpose anyway.
Right.
It's usually like, you fell down. It was hilarious.
Well, that is kind of fun.
It's like the cats.
I don't think you're supposed to be in here, Shepard.
Too bad for you that I am.
Do you
then.
plan on making me leave?
Leave? You think I'm gonna let you walk out? Annaleus would throw you off world for what you did here. I won't. You know what we did to cop killers on my world?
You're breaking the law for bribe money. You know what we do to dirty cops on my world?
You have cops?
I didn't want to fight them. They fired first.
Well, I don't need a gun to rip you to pieces.
I think you probably do.
You might want one.
A big one. I mean,
What are you going to use?
He's a Spectre, which is like a legendary badass of the universe. And
true?
she's like, I'm gonna, well, aren't they?
I don't know. One guy just got shot in the back of the head, and no muss, no fuss. What a dumbass.
Yeah, that's true. But he trusted the guy because it was another Spectre.
Why did he trust him? I mean, it was well known that he had a reputation for screwing people over.
And he was funny looking. So I don't know.
Yeah. I don't know.
Well, Blondie, how'd that go?
This guy, why would that guy really should have run?
I know. He's just in there like
He really hung in there.
Yeah.
You know. He could have run easily, but he didn't. He was brave to the end.
Commander, there have been reports of noise from the Synthetic Insights office.
Nothing.
Would you know anything about it?
No.
Speak plain. What's your interest?
Not here, Spectre. Meet me at the hotel for a drink before you talk to Keen. I'll be waiting.
Well, okay, but did they get a new DJ? Ah, fuck.
Apparently not.
No, they did not. That is one lazy DJ.
Allow me to reintroduce myself. Parasini, Novaria Internal Affairs.
Why is an internal affairs agent here?
The executive board knows about Annaleus' corruption. I've been undercover for 6 months. I want you to convince Keen to testify before the board. With his evidence, this planet can run profitably again.
You have no government.
you
Just
ask Keen
throw him
directly?
in jail.
I'm Annaleus' secretary. You'd think he'd believe me? That he'd meet me in some dark alley with his evidence?
I need Keen's garage pass to complete my mission.
You help my investigation, I'll provide whatever you need. Favor for a favor.
In the long run, it is better to remove the source of the problem.
Look, Shepard, I don't like this either. You Spectres play fast and loose with the law. That's bad for business.
All right, I'll talk to Keen and see if I can convince him.
Thank you. You know where I work. Come talk to me once you know if he'll play ball.
I don't think that a world that allows any experiment to go on would be in good shape.
Always a pleasure, Spectre. Any
They would
news
have
on that matter
environmental
I asked you to look
issues.
It would be overrun by radioactive animals.
I finished the job,
angry monkeys.
but an internal affairs investigator contacted me. She wants you to testify against Annaleus.
Now that you have my property, you want to dictate how I use it.
Kinda.
I have no interest in a public spectacle.
Whatever.
Everyone on this station is chafing under Annaleus' extortion. You might end up a hero.
My employers rely on the goodwill of the executive board to work here.
If these executives don't blame Annaleus for provoking this, they're fools. You should eat them.
Eat them, like,
All right.
literally?
It is
Yeah, eat
obvious
them.
that I cannot dissuade you.
It's a weird line.
Very
reading,
well.
though.
I will testify.
Little
Make whatever
pause
arrangements you
would
need
have
with your
probably been
contact.
good.
I will wait here.
Do what I tell you to, or Annaleus will find what he's looking for.
It is good to have all our cards on the table. I regret that you have a better hand.
What a dick.
Spectre, have you given any more consideration to my offer?
Wow, you're speaking loudly.
It took some persuasion, but Keen has agreed to testify.
That's a world of stress off my back. I'll take the evidence for safe transport. I didn't think you'd help me, being a Spectre and all. I guess some of you can be alright.
Doesn't this help you? You don't seem particularly happy.
I'm ecstatic, but right now, I just feel like a long day of work is ending. While you were working on Keen, I got you a garage pass. Be careful up there. I have an arrest to make. Wish I had time to change into something easy to move in. I hate skirts.
This is an outrage. I'll see that you never work in this sector again.
Yeah, get a move on.
You, Shepard! I demand you place this bitch under arrest!
No. You have the right to remain silent. I wish to God you'd exercise it. See you around the galaxy, Commander. I owe you a beer.
Okay.
That was dramatic music for
that
a not
was
very dramatic scene.
This is instant comeuppance in this episode.
Mm.